tucked beneath the slopes of Montreal, framed by Montreal's vibrant downtown core, McGill University's campus is more than a collection of stone buildings and lecture halls. It's a living monument to centuries of education, intellectual advancement, and civic transformation. Walking its pathways is a journey through time, from colonial ambition and imperial philanthropy to groundbreaking research and cultural pluralism. The university traces its roots to a bequest from James McGill, a Scottish-born merchant and fur trader who settled in Montreal in the 18th century. At his death in 1813, McGill left £10,000 and a 46-acre estate, known as Burnside, for the establishment of a college bearing his name. His vision was to create a place of learning for the advancement of education in a rapidly growing colony. The campus land stretched from Sherbrooke Street to the base of Montreal, then a wilderness area with panoramic views of the young city below. McGill's founders imagined an academic enclave that would one day rival the great universities of Britain and the United States. By the mid-1800s, McGill had begun to find its footing, attracting benefactors and building a modest architectural footprint. The oldest standing building today, the Arts Building, dates back to 1839. With its neoclassical columns and restrained Georgian lines, it still dominates the central campus green. During the later half of the 19th century, the university expanded steadily. Prominent families, including the Molsons, Redpaths, and McDonalds, funded the construction of lecture halls, libraries, and residences. The Redpath Museum, opened in 1882, brought natural history to life. Within a stately Victorian structure, it remains one of the oldest buildings in North America, purpose-built as a museum. The campus architecture began to embody the ambition of the institution. Red sandstone, gray limestone, and copper-roofed towers created a Gothic Revival aesthetic that echoed McGill's British academic aspirations. As Montreal emerged as an industrial and financial hub, McGill became its intellectual counterpart. By the turn of the 20th century, it had become a magnet for scholars from across Canada and the British Empire. Its medical school, founded in 1829, was recognized for its rigor and innovation. The Faculty of Engineering, launched in the 1870s, became central to Canada's industrial development. And the Faculty of Law produced some of the country's most prominent jurists and political figures. McGill's downtown location shapes the student experience in a way few universities can replicate. Sherbrooke Street, one of Montreal's main arteries, defines the southern boundary of the campus. Cross it, and one enters the urban pulse of the city. Cafes, bookstores, galleries, and nightlife. But step north into the campus, and the environment softens into tree-lined walkways, grassy quads, and historic buildings surrounded by quiet. Mount Royal itself looms just beyond, offering trails, lookout points, and a sense of natural serenity. It's not uncommon to see students studying under trees, musicians participating near the Rodic Gates, or impromptu soccer games on the lower field. In winter, the landscape is transformed into a snow-dusted campus that feels more like a European university town than a North American urban center. In the post-First World War period, McGill emerged as a leading center of scientific research. Ernest Rutherford conducted pivotal experiments in radioactivity in the early 1900s. Wilder Penfield's pioneering work in neurosurgery earned international acclaim. The university continued to attract thinkers and changemakers from around the world. In the 1960s, amid the Quiet Revolution and growing Quebec nationalism, McGill was often seen as a symbol of English-Canadian power. Yet the university responded by diversifying its student body and engaging more deeply with Francophone Quebec. Today it proudly functions as a bilingual and multicultural institution. McGill's alumni list reads like a chronicle of Canadian and global influence. Canadian prime ministers such as Sir Wilfrid Laurier and Justin Trudeau studied here. So did astronaut Dave Williams, singer-songwriter Leonard Cohen, and Nobel laureates like Rudolf Marcus, chemistry, and Jacques Sostak, physiology and medicine. It has produced groundbreaking work in epidemiology, artificial intelligence, climate science, and human rights. In many ways, McGill is a microcosm of the world's top research universities. Elite, yet accessible. Historic, yet forward-looking. McGill continues to lead in AI research, medicine, climate science, and policy. It's consistently ranked among the top universities in the world, and is one of the most international institutions in Canada, with over 30% of students coming from abroad. To understand McGill is to understand how tradition and progress coexist. The stone buildings may look timeless, but inside, the work is relentlessly contemporary, grappling with the major challenges of our age. The institution remains rooted in the Enlightenment ideals of inquiry and reason, yet it has evolved to reflect a pluralistic, diverse society. The echoes of Montreal's colonial past are still present in the architecture, names, and commemorative plaques scattered across campus. But so too are the voices of reconciliation and renewal. McGill University is not simply an academic institution, it's a cultural landmark, a civic actor, and a living archive of Montreal's intellectual life. To walk its campus is to walk through eras of hope, struggle, and achievement. From fur traders to neuroscientists, from stone quads to glass laboratories, McGill captures the dynamism of a city always in motion. It stands as James McGill once hoped, as a university for the advancement of learning. And more than 2 centuries later, that learning continues to shape lives, ideas, and the future. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This channel has more videos of Montreal in the Montreal playlist, which is linked in the description below the video. The channel also has more videos of my adventures bicycling through Latin America, Southeast Africa, Central and Eastern Europe, and I have playlists for all those countries that I've traveled through, available on this same channel, Hum of the Earth. So for more videos of Montreal and other cool places around the world, you can subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and clicking on the bell to be notified when new videos come out. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.